Welcome to Daily Speak English channel, English podcast for easy English conversation.
Are you watching the news every day but still struggling to understand what they're saying in English? Today, we are going to show you how to learn English with news. And if you stay with us until the very end of this episode, you will walk away with real skills, real vocabulary, and real confidence to understand and talk about news in English.
So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Daily Speak English. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Maya.
And today we have such an exciting episode for you. We are going to learn English, and not just any English. We are going to learn English with the news.
That's right, Daniel. The news is one of the best tools to improve your English. You hear real sentences, real vocabulary, and real conversations that people use every single day.
And the best part? You don't need to be an advanced learner. Whether you are A1, A2, or B1, this episode is made just for you.
So get comfortable, grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get started. This is Daily Speak English, and today we learn English with the news.
Maya, let me start with a simple question. What is the news?
Great question, Daniel. The news is information about things that are happening in the world. It can be about politics, weather, sports, health, technology, anything.
So when something important happens, like a big storm or an election or a new invention, people talk about it on the news.
Exactly. And we can watch the news on TV, listen to it on the radio, read it in a newspaper, or find it online. And in English, there are some very common words we use when we talk about the news. Let me say a few. The first word is headline. A headline is the title of a news story. It is usually short and tells you the main idea. For example, heavy rain hits the city. That is a headline.
The next word is reporter. A reporter is a person who tells you the news. They go to different places, find information, and share it with people.
And then we have the word broadcast. A broadcast is when news is shown or read on TV or radio.
Let's repeat these three words together. Headline, reporter, broadcast.
Great job! Now let's use them in simple sentences.
Maya, did you watch the news this morning?
Yes, I did. There was a very interesting headline today.
Oh, really? What was it about?
It was about the weather. The headline said, snow expected in many cities this weekend.
Wow, that is big news. Who reported it?
A reporter named Sarah Johnson. She was standing outside in the cold, telling everyone to stay safe.
I saw that broadcast too. She looked very cold.
She did, but she did a great job explaining everything clearly.
So learners, did you notice what we did there? We used the words headline, reporter, and broadcast in a real conversation. That is how you learn vocabulary, by using it.
Now, Daniel, let's talk about the different types of news topics and the words we use for each one.
Great idea. Let's start with weather news.
When we talk about weather in the news, we often hear words like storm, flood, temperature, forecast, and warning.
For example, the weather forecast says it will be sunny tomorrow, or a storm warning has been issued for the coast.
Now let's talk about sports news. In sports news, we often hear match, score, winner, champion, and tournament.
For example, the national team won the match with a score of 2-1, or she became the champion of the tennis tournament.
Next, health news. Words we often hear: vaccine, hospital, patient, treatment, and research.
For example, scientists have started new research on a treatment for the disease.
And finally, technology news. Words we often hear: launch, app, update, device, and company.
For example, a big technology company launched a new device today.
Excellent! So now you have vocabulary for 4 types of news: weather, sports, health, and technology.
Maya, I read something interesting online today. There was a news story about a new health discovery.
Really? Tell me more. What was it about?
Scientists did some new research. They said that walking for 30 minutes every day is very good for your heart.
That is great news. I try to walk every morning, actually.
Me too. The article also said that hospitals are seeing fewer patients with heart problems in cities where people walk more.
Wow, so walking can keep people away from the hospital?
That is what the research says, and the treatment is completely free. Just put on your shoes and go outside.
I love that. So learners, did you notice? We talked about a health news story using real vocabulary: research, patients, hospital, treatment. This is how native speakers talk about the news.
Segment 5. How to read the news in English. Tips for learners.
Daniel, many of our learners tell us, I want to read English news, but it is too difficult. The words are too hard.
I understand that feeling. When I was learning English, I had the same problem, but I have some tips that really helped me.
Let's share them. What is tip number 1?
Tip number 1, start with simple news websites. There are websites made especially for English learners. For example, websites like News in Levels or Breaking News English use simple vocabulary. Start there.
That is a wonderful tip. Tip number 2, read the headline first. Before you read the whole story, just read the headline. Try to understand the main idea. What is the story about?
Tip number 3, learn 5 new words every day from the news. When you see a word you don't know, write it down. Look up the meaning. Then try to use it in a sentence.
Tip number 4, watch English news with subtitles. Channels like BBC or CNN have subtitles. Turn them on. You will hear the English and read it at the same time. This is very powerful for learning.
And tip number 5, talk about the news with someone, even if it's just one sentence. I saw in the news today that practice saying it. The more you use English, the faster you improve.
5 amazing tips. Let's say them one more time quickly. Start simple, read headlines, learn 5 words, watch with subtitles, and talk about what you learned.
Of course! What did you do?
I watched the BBC News every morning for 15 minutes, and every day I wrote down 5 new words I heard.
Oh, that is a great idea. Did it help?
So much! After just 1 week, I learned words like election, protest, agreement, conflict, and summit, and now I can use them in conversation.
That is impressive, Daniel. Can you use one of those words in a sentence right now?
Sure, here is one. The 2 countries reached an agreement after long talks.
Perfect! Clear and natural. Learners, this is your homework. Watch or read news in English every day, even for just 10 minutes. Pick 5 words, write them down, use them. You will be amazed at how fast your English grows.
Segment 7, Common News Phrases in English.
Daniel, I want to teach our learners some phrases they will often hear in English news. These are phrases reporters and news anchors say all the time.
Great! Let's go!
Phrase number 1, breaking news. This means something very important just happened right now.
For example, breaking news, a major earthquake has hit the region.
Phrase number 2, according to sources. This means the information comes from people who know about the situation.
For example, according to sources, the president will make an announcement tomorrow.
Phrase number 3, officials say. This means people in important positions, like government workers or police, have given information.
For example, officials say the road will be closed for 3 days.
Phrase number 4, developing story. This means the news is still happening. More information is coming later.
For example, this is a developing story. We will update you as we learn more.
And phrase number 5, in other news. Reporters say this when they move from one story to another.
For example, in other news, a local school received a big donation today.
Beautiful! 5 very powerful phrases. Let's say them together. Breaking news. According to sources. Officials say. Developing story. In other news.
Segment 8, Dialogue, Role Play, Be the Reporter. Okay, Maya, I have a fun idea. Let's do a little role play. You be the news reporter, and I will be the person watching at home.
Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm ready. Here we go.
Good evening. I'm Maya, reporting for Daily Speak English News. We have breaking news tonight. A young student from a small village has won a national English competition. According to school officials, the student practiced English by watching the news every single day. Authorities say this is a wonderful example for young learners everywhere. This is a developing story. We will bring you more details soon. In other news, a new park has opened in the city center. Back to you, Daniel.
Wow, that was amazing, Maya. You sounded like a real reporter.
Thank you. And learners, did you hear all the phrases we just practiced? Breaking news, according to officials, developing story, in other news, all in one short report.
Now you try it at home. Write your own short news report using these phrases. It is one of the best ways to practice English speaking. School received a big donation today. Okay, we are coming to the end of today's episode of Daily Speak English, and what an episode it has been.
Today, we learned how to learn English with the news. We covered important vocabulary, headline, reporter, broadcast, forecast, research, treatment, launch, and so many more.
We learned phrases that reporters use every day: breaking news, according to sources, officials say, developing story, and in other news.
We got 5 powerful tips for using the news to improve your English, and we even did a fun role play to practice everything together.
Remember, the news is not just something you watch to know what is happening in the world. It is a classroom, a free, always updated, always available English classroom.
So starting today, watch 5 minutes of news in English, read one headline, learn one new word, and speak about it with someone.
Small steps every day lead to big progress, and we believe in you.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe to Daily Speak English. Tell a friend who is learning English. Every share helps someone grow.
And leave us a comment below. What news topic would you like to learn English with next? We read every comment, and we love hearing from you.
Until next time, keep speaking, keep learning, and keep growing.
I'm Daniel,
I'm Maya.
and this is Daily Speak English. See you next time.